It was a beautiful night that we spent together.
Oh, is he drawing? Is he Todd's dad?
Ash's dad, you mean?
No, like he's drawing.
Oh, Todd, yeah.
Is it Todd? Or is he the photographer?
Todd's a photographer. Is that Tracy?
Tracy!
Hey, that's great. Thanks. When I meet a new Pokemon, I sketch him in this book. Can I take a look?
Oh, that's nice.
These are amazing.
They're
Some
very good.
pretty good.
Handmade Pokédex. That's this machine that has pictures of Pokemon. I guess you know a lot about the future, huh?
It is like a handmade Pokédex.
Yeah,
He's handled
but I'm sure glad
being thrown 40 years in the future very well.
Hmm?
I think I'll like living in the future, but it'll take some getting used to. Yeah, probably. But then I think about my mother worrying about me and wondering where I am.
She's be dead by now.
I wonder if she still wonders. What about your mom, Ash? I bet she worries about
I
you
never
and
call
your
her.
Pokemon journey. Yeah, she worries. I guess. Maybe that's just what moms do.
It is what moms do. Oh?
Thinking about my mom gets me thinking about her cooking.
Oh?
Why would you just leave like that, Pikachu? Some orbs. They're metapods. They're evolving.
Oh, they're all evolving.
And then Ash's Butterfree's there. Imagine. That would have been cool. Yeah, this movie was supposed to be about the GS ball, by the way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Celebi was supposed to be in the GS ball.
Oh, yeah.
But they scrapped that whole idea.
Why?
They could have easily done
That would
it.
have been so easy because it could have been from 40 years in the past.
Imagine. Front row seats.
Oh, I ship it.
They're friends.
Straight away.
They are friends. Do not make this about a relationship.
Ash needs a relationship.
Yes! Oh god, they got help now. Give me.
I like how they have a net each, and he's there with this like
Giant net.
Wow.
Force field.
The tree.
The tree. And now you die.
This ought to calm you down.
That's pretty dark. Just kills it.
Dark ball, go!
Yeah! And done. He's got a Celebi. Well done.
Celebi is mine. Stupid kids.
Stupid
their bit.
burbs. Come on, Ash, kill him.
Kill him. Ash is no murderer. Uh-oh.
Oh! Ash! Come on, Ash! You got this, bro! Oh! Oh, painful.
Don't worry, I got ya.
I think that dark ball belongs to me.
Oh, his hand! Oh! That would hurt so bad. What can you possibly do?
Don't waste your time. It's too late to save your friend Celebi.
It's evil now.
Welcome. Celebi, get rid of them all!
Let the fun begin.
No!
A disgrace of the forest. He's broken the balance now.
I don't understand. If Celebi's their friend, I'd hate to see their enemies.
You're very strong, Celebi.
Oh god, it's getting a bit crazy up in here. Takes over the world. We need Mewtwo or something.
With a Pokemon like you, no one will ever stop me!
And it's turning into a giant ball of leaves!
Oh.
Jessie! She is dead. She's become one with the ball.
What made him pass out?
I don't know. Ooh, I think it was the fall.
You might be hurt.
I think he hurt himself when he fell and passed out from the pain. Probably from that and his hand stepped on both.
Yeah, but you won't pass out from just...
No, not that, but
Oh.
from falling down, I guess.
Coming down to get you.
Suicune, the CGI Pokemon, has come to save the day.
I'm so CGI though.
Whoa, even the rocks are CGI.
Oh dear.
Back in the 90s, you know,
Oh,
early
dear.
2000s, you know how it be. This would be early 2000s. 2001, did it say?
This is just despicable.
Oh, they're hanging on.
Do you think Jessie's going to be all right?
Yeah, but I ain't so sure about Celebi.
No, Celebi's not okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Masked Person, but could you let me out of here?
Not yet. I need a witness who can report back to Giovanni. I want the head of Team Rocket to know just how powerful Celebi is, and how powerful I am too.
Do it
Celebi,
yourself.
the time has
He wants to
come.
take over Team Rocket. He's like, I don't care about Giovanni. I want him to know I can defeat him now.
Just because you can use CGI doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, but it's cheaper, and they found out it was cheaper. They're like, let's use it a
It
lot.
looks so bad. What is this? Whoa.
It's a demon tree. The trees get a really bad rap in anime.
They really do.
And the lakes as well, looks like. That CGI demon bird thing floating around.
Impressed. You and Celebi are extremely powerful.
Control the most powerful Pokemon in the world.
Nah, Mewtwo is out there.
That valuable to the boss.
What do you mean?
Now the boss has to be afraid of me, because Celebi gives me the power to destroy him. With Celebi, I can rule Team Rocket and the whole world if I want to.
This is why he needs to be fired. Fire this man.
What is that? Celebi!
Celebi, we love you!
You again. Celebi, get rid of him now.
Celebi, please! Please!
Celebi!
Oh, damn, we're dead! And dead. They all died. Are they dead? No, they're fine.
Is everybody okay?
The boat is absolutely destroyed, but they're fine.
They don't have a scratch on them.
Grandma!
Oh, Grandma's hurt.
I'm alive too, but just barely. Alright, Pikachu, try a Thunderbolt!
See what it does. Nothing.
Celebi, get rid of these children.
Kill them. I will kill these children.
Oh.
Whoa! Another legendary has come into the mix. No longer CGI.
Oh wow.
Now it's 2D.
Wow.
And save them.
Suicune.
You must have come
I
here
am
to
very
help us
angry at
out.
you.
Whoa.
We need you to take us to
That
Celebi.
sounds like this again.
I've dealt with these people before.
Oh, he's trying to
Now's
catch
my
him too.
chance to capture a Suicune.
He's having a great day.
He's
got that.
right. Imagine catching one of those. Kill it.
Tyranitar, Hyper Beam.
We gotta stop him! Go, Onyx!
Come on, Brock. See what you got. Oh! Someone over there. Ah! Disintegrated. Oh! What's it trying to do? Get closer to it? Save your friend. If we could just reach
Pop
him.
no jutsu.
Suicune, do you have ice moves? Use Ice Beam or something. There we go. Oh, what is that? Is that Bubble Beam? Oh!
Ooh.
Well done.
So you got fool.
And smack you into the forest. Goodbye. Well done.
That's right.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh,
Poor guys, return.
he is done after that fight. He's like, that was a really tough one.
Playtime is over, children. Get them, Celebi.
Suicune!
Ash controlling legendaries over here. Suicune! Let's go. Now shoot it in the mouth. That's how you do it. That's how you beat it in Zelda. Dark energy.
That's what'll happen to anybody who tries to stop me.
No!
Hi. She caught them.
Careful! Celebi's just above us. Thanks a lot. Let's go, Sam. Right.
Not gonna help her. Oh? What?
That was easy.
Come on. Fight! Fight it! Fight
What
it!
are you waiting for, Celebi? They're your enemies.
Yes! They are my enemies! No, it hurts!
We're trying to save you!
Remember friendship!
Try to remember!
It's like floating, it doesn't have legs.
Celebi, it's me! Don't you remember?
You have to break through it. The barrier. Come on, there you go. Get nice and close, snug him! Hold on to him! Just brace it! Look at my face!
Remember? Celebi, don't help that hunter, fight him!
We will hang on no matter what.
Won't give up!
Is it finally awakened? No! Dang it! Oh?
What's going on?
Oh. And then it turns into the yes ball.
Imagine!
Celebi! We did it!
Oh no!
No! It's done. You have no Dark Ball. And you die. Oh, she dies too.
Meowth, look.
There goes Jessie!
Look! There goes Jessie. She's dead.
There goes Jessie.
Is she dead? Is she alive?
Oh no!
Oh. Did it take a lot to break through?
They've got Celebi too.
Something's wrong though? Ooh. It's looking a bit
What's
like a
wrong?
raisin.
I don't know. Something bad.
Oh, it's dead.
Triple.
Get into the water.
Hurry, hurry!
Suicune. Do your thing.
I'm drowning it.
It's not working. But why not? The forest is hurt. The water's tainted. The lake is dying.
Oh, we have somebody here who can do that. Who can... Suicune.
Suicune has the power to make the water clean again.
Whoa. We need one of those. Clean all the water of the world.
Right?
Hopping along. There you go. Now,
And don't just stand there. Get him in the water.
The legend's true.
The North Wind
Just
saved
standing
the
there
world.
admiring it.
Right.
Celebi, the water's clean again. All right then, we'll keep trying. See? These are those berries we found in the forest. Here you go.
Aww.
It's dead. It's died.
That's okay.
Aww.
Celebi.
It made it pretty hard for Ash to see like a Pokemon actually die.
Mm.
Celebi, you can't die. Celebi didn't do anything wrong. It was a human being who forced Celebi to destroy the forest. Now it's too late to choose because Celebi is gonna die.
Is his tears going to save him?
No. My tears will. Even Togepi's sad.
Chewbacca.
That's Chewy.
It got my jellies a bit.
Did I get your jelly there?
A bit.
It's whenever Ash cries, it just gets me. When he had this level of emotion back in the day, he could just cry and it gets me every time.
Oh? Time can be rewritten.
It is a time thing, it looks like. It's affecting the forest again.
It's God. There are more?
They're coming through like a portal.
Are they coming to get him?
Are they taking their friend back? They're watching a spectacle right now.
Right? He looks like a UFO.
It does. They open like a time vortex. He's alive!
He lives!
He lives! How is this possible?
My friend!
My friend!
The spirits of the future and the past can travel through time as well, and so they've all come.
Is Celebi from different time periods? It's the same Celebi basically. Of time past, present, future. It's all different time periods. Coming back in time or forward in time, wherever. To I guess give its life energy to itself.
That's pretty handy.
Just
saying.
I mean, with time travel, is like I can just travel back. He said bean. Oh,
Oh, the water's nice. Little dip. That's the kind of dip you do when someone says the water's warm and you're like, is it?
No! Choke him!
Yeah.
Now I have everything I need to rule the world.
Give Celebi back.
And he's out. No!
I thought it was all over.
You thought it was done. It's never over until he dies. Come on, Ash, it's up to you now. Oh! Oh! It's a big boot.
Pikachu, use your thunderbolt.
On us all!
Oh. There goes Ash.
Pikachu.
He was gonna risk his life again, every single time.
I got you. This guy, though.
Dead.
Let's hope he has that Team Rocket look of blasting off.
Right.
He looks like Shikamaru.
You tried to destroy our forest, mister, and we don't take kindly to that.
Oh, he's gonna beat him up.
Sizzle. This is all a mistake. Big misunderstanding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, we get it.
I think the Pokemon understand perfectly.
Now let's beat him.
Suicune!
Thank you so much for your power.
Maybe we'll see you again someday.
Maybe not. It was cool to see Suicune.
Mhm.
I mean, it was since episode 1 of Johto. So it was kind of cool to have it come back.
Goodbye, Suicune!
You've seen 2 legendary dogs now, Entei and Suicune. Only got Raikou left.
It looks like Celebi's getting ready to travel back in time. And I think it wants to take you along, Sam.
It's time.
Can you really bring me back, Celebi?
I can do that for you.
Looks like you're going home, Sam.
Oh,
So,
we'll be friends forever.
it won't matter. Because wherever you are, or whenever you are, we'll always be friends.
Oh, beautiful. Almost brought a tear to my eye. Do you think we'll ever see Sam, like, as an adult?
Thank you, Ash.
Well, they're in
Great
the village.
friend. Thank you
They
all
should go
for
back,
everything.
and he's an adult in the
Maybe
village.
I'll see you
And time has been
again.
rewritten.
Someday, I'll see you.
Bye, friend.
Goodbye.
Well, he's home.
Poor Ash. He's had a more emotional goodbye this
than the last
than he
episode.
did in the last episode with Brock and Misty.
Ah, yeah. This is because Ash back then
Was
had emotion. He was a kid. He's
He
a
had a
10-year-old.
range.
You were right, Professor. That Pokemon we saw was a Suicune.
I rode on its back. How about that, Apples?
Right?
Well, sounds like you saw some very rare and highly unusual Pokemon out there.
We did indeed.
What's the matter, Ash? You haven't said a single word yet. Didn't you enjoy your little adventure in the forest, too?
Oh,
I did.
Was it Professor Oak?
see,
No, his
I
name
met
is...
this Pokemon
not
trainer
Sam,
and
is
we
it?
got to be friends, but I
He works with me. He's here.
That
Come on the phone, Sam.
decided to go back to where he came from, Professor. To another time.
is so...
I wouldn't worry, Ash.
Oh?
True friendships can withstand the test of time, and I have a feeling this one will.
That's
You
beautiful.
and Sammy will be friends forever.
Thanks, Professor.
Thanks, Professor. I think so too.
Are you my real dad? Because you give some good advice.
Yeah, I don't want to miss the boat again.
Are we about to meet Sam again? We're gonna meet Sam.
I'm looking forward to it. What's the matter, Misty?
How'd Professor Oak know Sammy's name? We never mentioned it to him. Yeah, that's right.
Professor Oak's amazing. He knows everything.
He said he met Suicune one time. Do we know his first name?
Yes, we do.
Is it Sam? Is it?
It's Sam Oak.
Oh, Samuel? Whoa, that's
It seems like
trippy.
it happened only yesterday.
What?
Yep, it was Sam Oak.
What?
This is amazing. This wonderful
We'll talk about it in the discussion. I love that twist so much.
float along like this forever.
We found you!
It's your scene. Hurry up, climb aboard.
Ah! They never get a break.
Like Team Rockets floating away.
Ah. That's a beautiful end for them. They always end the movie. It's funny. There you go, Bean. That was the Pokemon movie. Look at Tracy, still his assistant. Oh. There's a sketchbook. He's like, whoa. It's funny because Tracy can draw really well as well. I think that's why Professor Oak maybe liked him. He's like, oh, he's like me, you know? That's Ash's Pikachu from the past.
I recognize this Pikachu.
So there you go. That was the 4th Pokemon movie. How was it?
So there's a lot to unpack. First of all,
I'm so glad, first of all,
that no one spoiled that.
That no one spoiled that, and that you did not figure out the whole film. Because a lot of people did.
Really?
I don't know how.
How?
Sam, and they're like, Sam Oak. I don't know. They just
I guess I didn't really think about his first name. Like, I was.
There were little hints
Gary
as well where he's like, we have a Pokédex. It's like a Pokédex that you're using, because Professor Oak is the one who.
Oh, he designed it?
I don't know if he designed it or he has a lot to do with the Pokédex because he's a Pokemon professor. And Ash talking about, we have a Pokédex about this. So it's like, did he inspire Professor Oak?
That's the paradox, isn't it? Who came up with it first? He knew about it because Ash told him about it.
I don't know. I think
he knew about it from Professor Oak.
I think what's really cool about that. Well, you go ahead because I interrupted you.
I was gonna say that he's like, Sam, of course I know him. He's me.
It's not Obi-Wan over here. Of course I know him. He's me. He didn't tell Ash the whole time.
I wish he'd have told him every time they do things like that in a film. Like, just tell him.
I don't know if it's because in the beginning it makes sense why he didn't tell him, because everything has to play out the way it's supposed to. If he says anything that changes anything that happens, maybe Professor Oak, it could change things. So he's like, I'll let it just happen. But afterwards, when they're telling him the story, he could have told him. Unless it make it weird, I don't know.
And now I like your mum.
We're friends for life.
And they were such bros watching the...
Yeah.
Like...
It's... What I think is cool about it is that there's always been a sort of like... Professor Oak has always taken a very strong liking to Ash.
Yeah, he's always been
That's never
involved.
He's always been very involved with Ash's journey.
That's true.
He always cares about what Ash is doing or going through. And now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he knows who Ash is. He knew Ash before Ash was born.
He knew Ash before Ash knew Ash.
Which is like, and how when Ash was late, he's like, I'll give him a Pokemon, the Pikachu.
That's true. And
he
knew he had a Pikachu.
He knew he had a Pikachu. It all worked out the way it was supposed to. And he kind of knew from the beginning.
And if they had have done the GS ball, it would have made sense because he took, he took the GS ball to Professor Oak.
Mm-hmm.
So, we could say in a headcanon, right? Let's imagine that we didn't see that ball after. It kind of, we don't know.
It blew up.
Well, everything blew up. It could have turned into a GS ball.
But did not have Celebi in it anymore? It was an empty ball?
Yeah. It was, when he broke it turned into, let's say in my headcanon, because we never find out, that's what the GS ball
But it would have had to go back into the past then. And get found. Who had the GS ball originally?
I don't know who found it.
It was Professor Ivy, wasn't it? Had the GS ball. And then she, in the Orange Islands.
Where did she find it from?
I don't remember.
It could have just, how things just kick about, A Pokemon might have picked it up and flown away with it, carried it somewhere. It's, after 40 years.
There's so many ways they could have written it in.
They could have written it
And they could have had it made sense.
Yes,
but they decided to scrap it.
Especially because they were going to have Celebi in it. I mean, they didn't even have to have him in it. It could have been, that ball that he had been in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what could have happened.
It could have happened, but we'll never know.
I can't believe they decided not to put it
Right? Because that would have been cool to have it in the movie, because we would have been waiting all this time, and all of a sudden,
oh my gosh, it's US ball!
It opens, and it's Celebi, and they're like, oh! But no, none of that. But, that's how it is. So we'll have to scrap that idea forever.
That's my headcanon now.
We had a villain. The Masked Marauder.
The villain. I've got to. He was.
Compare him to Movie 2 villain.
He was better than Movie 2 villain, but not a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's just Team Rocket.
He's a Team Rocket grunt, yeah.
But I just want something of a backstory.
No.
Just something.
He's just the Marauder, the Masked Marauder.
He's just a bad guy.
I saw him in a Mexican wrestling thing.
Team Rocket were on form in this film.
They're always on form. They always...
James's first line and like one of his last lines are all just perfect. Like, there goes Jesse. Oh, that was Meow. There goes Jesse.
There goes Jesse.
Of course they're beneath us. They're the twerp. They were good. Yeah, the villain wasn't...
He was okay. He was a very filler villain, like a very generic. I think it's cool that he was part of Team Rocket because it brings Team Rocket back into the fold of
he
like...
mentioned Giovanni by name. You don't tend to see him, but at least we got mention of him.
He knows he's there, out there.
He's still there.
Him thinking, I have the most powerful Pokemon in the world.
Yeah,
like,
now
Mewtwo.
Giovanni's gonna have to be scared of me.
It's like, Mewtwo is out there, okay?
Mewtwo's
Calm
out
down,
there.
bro. Let's talk about the elephant in the room with the CGI.
Yes.
It's the early 2001.
Yeah.
When this came out, probably, I think is what it was. And CGI was starting to become a thing.
It reminded me a lot of The Unknown.
Yes.
Like,
because that
it was the same kind of vibe where you're like, this doesn't look great.
It's because CGI kind of came to be in like 98 or 99 or something like that.
I get it. It didn't look good.
No. And
it kind of ruined it a bit.
And they will proceed to use CGI, I think, in every Pokemon film from now on.
It looks weird.
I don't know about the new ones, but I do know every Pokemon film I've seen, which is not many, has CGI, some semblance of CGI somewhere in the film. Something. Whether it's like background things happening or moving, you know, and it never looks good. No. It never does. And the fact that Japan's starting to try to do CGI again.
Like Dragon Ball.
And it's
do
like,
it.
When Suicune was in 3D, it was like, this is crap.
Yeah, it was. I know.
And then when he was in 2D, beautiful.
Great. I know it takes more effort and money, but you got the money.
They have the money.
Pokemon is huge. Yeah. I think at the beginning, first half, I'd got to admit I found boring.
A lot of people find the beginning boring.
I don't really know why. Like, it had a good story, but it seemed really dragged out. Like, they would do stuff.
It was taking its time
for like 5 minutes, and you're like, I get it. It picked up. I've got to say, I wasn't actually enjoying it much until we found out about Professor Oak.
To me, that is the highlight of the whole film.
And the fact
because that changes so much.
Makes you almost think, oh, the film was great. And you're like, if it didn't have that.
Okay, so for me, my favorite bits, I cry every time Ash cries.
It did get my jellies.
When Celebi dies, when I was a kid watching this on the TV for the first time, I was sobbing. Because when Ash cries, it's like, I feel his pain.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I related a lot to Ash. Like his stubbornness, his love for Pokemon, his hat. And, you know, and I was young. I probably was around 10, you know, as well. And so when he was crying, it's like, it just got to me. And it still does to this day. Whenever he cries, it's like, this is tough to watch.
Yeah.
But the Professor Oak thing is definitely like, I was blown away. I'm like, oh my god, it was Professor Oak the whole time, and how he's like, it was only yesterday. He met Ash in the past, and like, you know, when he was young, we got to see Professor Oak when he was a young kid, as well. With his Pokeball, that was cool.
That was a cool thing. The Pokeball,
like old style Pokeball, where he has to unscrew it, and it opens up. Which to me, that is cooler than the old Pokeballs from the Legends game, Legends Arceus, because that's in the past as well.
Oh yeah.
And the Pokeballs are like clipped, like they have a clip. I think that's cooler with it unscrews. Yeah. Because that to me looks older. Like that's an old Pokeball. Was that one? Professor Oak had a Charmeleon.
He did
in his younger days.
Do you think his starter Pokemon was a
Charmander? I don't know. It's pretty interesting to think about as well.
What did Gary go for?
Squirtle.
Oh, he goes Squirtle. Yeah, I didn't twig about his name. I'd never really thought
Samuel
about
Oak.
his name.
Yeah. And he's like, Sammy, I'm sure Sammy and you'll be best friends forever. And he's like, wait, no, how did he know his name? It's because it's him. He's and that's why they are friends. Him and Professor Oak.
He calls him more than his mother.
He does. He talked about his mom as well. Like, my mom's worried. I'm sure she worries. Like, call her then.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder who Professor Oak's mom is, because he talked about his mom too. As well. There was a lot when you think about it after you've watched it and you know Professor Oak.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Changes the whole dynamic, the whole film. It's like, hang on, I need to watch it again with this knowledge.
That it's Professor Oak the whole time.
And he's like, oh yeah, I saw a Suicune just once.
Mm-hmm. That was a long time ago. What's really cool as well is that because Professor Oak is sort of like a background character, you don't really get much of him.
Yeah.
The fact that they made him a pivotal character to the film, I think is really cool as well. It brings a whole new character to him.
And I like how he's like, should I have told him? And I didn't think anything else of that.
You thought it had something more ominous.
He's like dangerous.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't think anything of it.
He's like, should I have told them like you're gonna meet a boy and it's me, you know? But I think
he didn't want to change.
He didn't want to change what happened. Yeah. So it had to go out.
Create a new timeline, and we know how that goes.
Because then you know how Ash would have been like, I know you in the future, Professor Oak. It would have really messed things up.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to think where I would place it. I still think the first film is my favorite.
Is the best.
And the second film is my least favorite.
Still least favorite.
Still least favorite because the villain was worse than this one. And I just found it confusing.
At least this one was straightforward, really. It was
this
a
was
Celebi.
Very straightforward. I think I preferred the Entei film to this one. I think I was more engaged throughout it.
I would agree.
This had a better twist. Like, that didn't have a twist, but I don't think it saves the whole rest of the film. I do like Celebi. Celebi is a
cute.
bean.
You like Celebi?
Very cute. I would have a Celebi plush.
You'd have a Celebi plush?
Yeah.
We need to get a Celebi plush now. I need to find one.
Celebi was cute, but I think I quite enjoyed the Entei one. I felt it was quite deep. This one wasn't very deep.
No, it was more about nature, the forest,
really.
humans destroying, nature and stuff.
Yeah.
The dark balls are kind of cool. How it catches automatic like a master ball, but makes him evil.
That was cool. They never bring back these dark
balls.
balls.
There's a video game, the one that I have, Pokemon Coliseum. There's dark Pokemon, where they're evil Pokemon, and you have to purify them. And it's a very similar place as well, where you go to a foresty place to like, purify them. And I wonder if the game came out around the same time as this film, if I think about it now, with dark Pokemon and all that stuff. It's very similar. They're evil Pokemon. So it could be related in that way. There's no dark balls like that though. There's dusk balls, but they're not dark balls.
No. It's kind of a cool concept. I'm surprised Team Rocket don't like mass engineer them.
I mean, he had a whole bunch of where'd he get them from? The Pokemon Hunter in the beginning of the film, I think, is a lot cooler than the Pokemon Hunter from the newest episodes.
Yes.
Because the newest episodes, it was almost like he's way too crazy and wacky looking.
He doesn't
the color
look
hair
scary.
and the weird outfit. That guy looked like an average, just a grungy guy.
Yeah.
Like, my motorcycle, I hunt Pokemon, To me, it was more realistic and more grounded than it is today. But,
I agree.
It is what it is.
That's just the vibe.
It's the vibe. Ash's vibe.
Ash is very different. He has a range of emotions. I mean, I know we've not seen much, so we can only judge it on the last bit.
On the last 11 episodes
11
we watched.
episodes. But he seemed to only have the happy-go-lucky, I'm friends with everybody vibe. Also in this one, he mentioned a lot about being a master by battling.
In the beginning, Brock is saying the Pokemon trainers strive to become Pokemon masters, to be the best at the top of all Pokemon trainers who are battling, and it had but you battle with them and you win.
And that's his whole thing.
And no greater dream than Ash and it's yes, because that's
and we cut to a shot of him battling some random
It's for me as a kid, it was for me as a kid, it was extremely clear what a Pokemon master was. Brock explained it in the beginning.
I mean, unless he didn't explain that in the Japanese and that was another dub
Exactly.
thing.
It was dubbed. I think that whole sequence is probably dubbed.
Yeah,
I don't know. But, it is what it is now. But back then, Pokemon Master, top of the Pokemon battling,
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see him be sad over another Pokemon, because it's usually Pikachu. Pikachu didn't play a massive role in this. He was just sort of there.
His Pokemon to use as battling. He used Bayleaf. We saw Bayleaf and stuff.
Onyx played.
Onyx
was
even
a
got the
pretty
fight.
good MVP.
Well, Suicune, got to see Suicune as well.
Suicune was very good. Apart from the CGI version of him. Yeah, he doesn't say much.
They don't talk anymore. The legendaries don't talk anymore. That age is done.
Yeah. I kind of find it cooler when they talk. Not talking properly. Like the weird king, what was it?
Lugia?
Yeah, but...
Oh no, it's Slowking. Like, put the treasure and put it over there.
That was weird. But I like it when they talk, like, through the mind.
Yeah.
It makes them seem more, like, epic.
Like telepathic.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, Suicune is a legendary?
Mm-hmm.
And Celebi is...
Celebi...
either a legendary or a mythical?
I don't know if Celebi is classed as a legendary or a mythical. I think it's a mythical Pokemon. I think Mew might be a mythical. I don't get the difference. They're both pretty much legendary. Did you think in the end there that there was multiple Celebi?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
No,
it wasn't clear.
They kind of just said from past and future, basically. The Celebi of different timelines of, whatever, and they all just came to the one timeline and healed that Celebi.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm glad that he was okay in the end.
He looked pretty dead. For a kid's film?
Yeah, that was pretty dark.
Kids' films back in the day.
The bit that got me was when he was trying to feed him the berries. And he's like, it's okay. And his hand was like shaking. Up now.
It's because it's like Ash has never really seen death. Because it's a kid's show.
Apart from himself when he was cooked.
Yeah, but when he was cooked. Like, kids' films back in the day had some dark stuff. And for Ash to experience loss of life, a Pokemon that he cared about, like he was friends with, dying, in his arms as well.
I know.
And it's just dead. And he's trying his best.
He was trying to feed
like,
him
come on,
it's okay. There's another one.
Come on. And he's just crying. And it's like, it gets
me.
It gets me every time.
That was sad. It was sad. And Pikachu's just there on his shoulder, like...
crying. They're all crying. It was good. Overall, it's a good film. Whenever it was on, I watched it. I watched this film many times as a kid.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I wouldn't want to watch the first half again. I'd kind
of
watch the second
I
half
did
again.
feel like it was pretty boring. I did every time the first film was on, I watched the first film every time. But this one, if I caught it on TV, I'm like, oh, okay, The next film, the 5th Pokemon movie, Pokemon Heroes is what it's called, is the last Pokemon film that I ever watched on TV when it was airing. Like when they had it on just Saturday night movie or whatever. Because on Saturdays on Cartoon Network they play movies, and I caught it on TV.
Them's were the days.
I've only seen it once, I think, when it was on. So that's not the last film I've seen though. We've still yet to come to the last Pokemon film I've ever watched. So that'll be interesting when we get there someday. Way in the future.
Let us know what your ranking is so far of the films. What is your ranking?
So yours is 1, 3, this
4,
one, and then 2.
At the bottom.
Okay.
I mean, we're not including the television special.
I mean, you can if you want.
I don't know where I'd put that one.
Underneath 1? Because I have Mewtwo.
Yeah, but I don't know where I would put that one. Where would you put it?
I didn't really care for it much. Snake Staff will hate us for that. It's his favorite.
Shout out. I don't think it was as good as it was. Definitely not as good as the first one. I don't know. If I'm honest, I can't remember that much of it.
Well, then there you go. It wasn't that lasting on your mind.
All I remember was the bit where Ash nearly fought Giovanni and then didn't, and it was like. Oh.
And they threw him into a healing water as well. Mewtwo.
That's true.
Something about healing waters in Pokemon. There's a lot of those.
It would either go after I would have to like rewatch my reaction to it and see what I felt afterwards, but because I have a thing of like when I've watched something recently, I'm really hype about it, and then as I start to think about it, as time goes on, I'm like, that wasn't as good as I thought.
You'll always remember Professor Oak though being in it.
I will always remember that, which kind of like boosts the
it blew your
whole
mind.
film.
I know, it's the same for me. It's the same.
I'll never be able to look at him the same again.
No, now when you see Professor Oak, you're like, we saw you meet Ash when you were younger.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And how he treats Ash, like he's always very...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And his mom. I like your mom. That's weird now. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good film. Yeah. I enjoy it. The past films had more memorable music and things like that as well. This one didn't have as much of memorable music. But overall, I think it was good. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy?
I did.
Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. And as always, have a great one.
Please keep those things away from me. I
Those
absolutely
things.
can't stand the sight of those Pokemon.
But you were just there, looking at Gyarados.